About a little boy whose friend is a girl on the baseball team, and then like she can't do the dive into home plate anymore because she's changing, her body's changing, and he's like, why aren't you diving, on your belly? And she's like, I can't. And then this episode ends with them kissing. So my first kiss with a real boy happened on stage with a studio audience in which my grandparents were like sitting there. It was really super awkward, and I told my mom, I'm like, do they really? Like, can they just leave before the end, And my mother, no.
Was it fast kiss, though? It was fast?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
yeah, it was
right.
like, yeah.
Okay. You mentioned your kids. Your son, Ben, and my son, Gabe, have something in common. My middle guy, they love to cook.
Yes.
Now, what gave your son the cooking bug?
Well, I don't know that he came about it naturally. My son had the nerve one day to criticize my dinner.
Oh.
And he's actually a really good eater, and he's the sweetest kid in the world, so I teased him about this. But one night he was like, I don't know if this isn't your best, Mommy. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, let's see how you do, kid. Like, so you're making dinner tomorrow. And so I set him up, and he loved the idea of cooking. So he went there, and I challenged him, too. I put him to, like a low-cal Mexican lasagna type dinner.
Oh, God, you were really serious.
Oh, yeah. No, well, right. If I was going to prove my point, like, it was going to be hard. So he sat there, and boy, if he didn't do every single step, he worked so hard, and he totally had this newfound appreciation for how hard it is to get dinner on the table. And it was delicious. He made the guacamole. He did everything.
He is going to get all the ladies when he's a teenager, for sure.
Yeah, I told him that, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's a ladies' man, so he's going to be super into it.
He is going to be super into it. What we don't have in common is that I'm so scared of heights. And you jumped off a bridge?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to. Like,
But you weren't pushed.
Well, no, right. But sort of. I mean, I really, had never in my whole life thought I would ever go do the...
Is it the bungee?
The bungee jumping, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. See, I get nervous just looking at that.
Yeah, when we got to New Zealand for The Biggest Loser, it's sort of a famous thing there. That's where they invented bungee jumping, and I thought to myself, oh, I'd never do that. And then we got there to the location for the challenge, and the producer said to me, we're going to have you up there with the cameras rolling. Like, would you want to jump?
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? You can't say no.
So, would you do it again?
Totally no.
Okay.
No. Though it is this one instance in life, like I'm not a peer pressure person at all, but that particular experience for an hour afterwards, I ran around saying to every single person I know, you should do it. You should do it. I'll do it again. I'll do it with you. We'll do it together. Like for an hour, the adrenaline is pumping so hard through your body that you're like, I just want everybody in the world to experience that feeling.
And then the blood comes back to your brain and you realize it's ridiculous.
Right,
exactly.
And then 3 hours later, you're thinking, what was I doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You've been on The Biggest Loser for a long time now. It's been in the news recently. I want to ask you about this. Kai Hibbard, a former contestant, season 3, you weren't even part of the show at that point.
Correct.
She said, the whole bleeping show is a fat-shaming disaster I'm embarrassed to participate in. She says the show pushed her to keep losing weight despite the negative effects on her health. What do you respond to?
Well, I wasn't a part of the show then, so I can't really speak to her story. But I know that I am beyond proud to be a part of The Biggest Loser, and I'm proud of what we do. And not just that we help the contestants lose weight and change their life and get healthy in a way that they weren't before, but that every person, every fan I meet on the street, whether it's one healthier meal they eat because of our show, or 1 pound that they lost, or 100, which, by the way, I get that story all the time. I'm proud. I'm proud to be a part of the solution. So.
And you walk the walk. You have lost a lot of weight. You've gotten very healthy. And part of the way, one of the ways that you've done that is through blueberries, which I happen to love too.
Yeah, who doesn't love blueberry? Yeah. I love that, like, what we're talking about now, because I work with blueberries, to try to help encourage people to eat healthier, but not. I think that a lot of people make the mistake when they're trying to diet or trying to be healthier, is that they have these big, crazy aspirations. And they think like about the goal at the end, right? And even at The Biggest Loser, we always say it's about those little steps. It's the little changes that you can make along the way that get you to those bigger goals. So if you can think positive, like having a glass of water instead of a soda, or having blueberries ready, that washed and rinsed and ready in your refrigerator to have a snack. You can cook with blueberries. I've gotten super into it. I think you put up on your site some of my crazy blueberry recipes, which are unexpected. There's like a blueberry pizza that you could try that's really good. I make a blueberry turkey burger, which goes great with a blueberry margarita. I'm just saying.
Okay, well then you got me at the margarita.
Right,
That's right.
Exactly. So I think that there's a lot of healthy choices you can make, and blueberries are a great way to
do it. Alison, it's always such a pleasure to see you. It's been a while.
I know, I miss you.
I miss you too. Thank you so much. Our thanks to Alison Sweeney.